Good morning, everybody. I'm out here in my garden, and this is Sandy with Sandy's Adventures. And I don't know if you can pan around to see the garden behind me. All right, so today the storm came in, didn't lose anything, except I think the heat is taking over some of the little okra plants that we have, and I think I need to replant. So there is 4 okra there. Now 2 of them and then not keeping up, this one and this one, and sorry I'm in the shadow here, that one. So I have 4 there, and but I think that I have some old seed that I was going to try, and I was going to try to put it in there and also put it alongside these tomato plants here. I have bush beans growing up the other side of the same tomato plants up the far end of the row from there on up, but I thought I would put some in here just to see if these seeds will grow. They're from 2017, so it's going to be hit or miss. So let me get on to that. I got my trowel. Alright, so the seeds that I'm going to be trying out today are Fairy Morse, okra, Clemson Spineless, and so this is what I'm going to interplant in here. I was trying to find places I could use up this whole bag because of it being old. I don't really want to store it for another year once it's opened, so let me see if I can find places to put it. We have about 120 days till the first frost date. These take about 58 days. So, just a moment. Okay, so I have my seeds opened here. Have my trowel. Alright, so yes, my gloves have seen worse for wear, but they're pretty good gloves still. Leather's holding up real good. So no holes in them yet. Just the lining is coming out in the little plastic cuff. So I use these for everything. I like them, and they fit my hands real good. So, alright, so these tomatoes right up through here are red pear tomatoes, and I have at the start of each new type of tomato I do have the tag in there. So what I'm going to do is, because the potatoes over there, I'm going to leave about 3 feet from the potatoes. And you really want to put okra about 1.5 feet apart. And let's see the size of the alright, so they're about a ½ inch in the ground. So if I put 2, let's go with 3 in each hole, and I can thin them out because I'm not sure if these are how viable they are. And just pat them up. So, try to put them in between the tomato plants. That way, when they get taller, they're not going to compete, and I can still stake down between them to hold up the tomatoes. If I thought about this earlier, I could have went ahead and got started on the okra first. Alright, got a little worm here that is not really a good worm. So I'm going to bring you back in just a little bit. you wanted to know what the okra seeds look like. I don't know if you could see those. And I'm going to have a volunteer somewhere. Alright, so that's what they look like. And I will bring back and let you know where I put them all. Well, there's always more seed than you anticipate in those little packets. So, right now, I still have some left. But I got them into the garden, so about 6 inches off of the line of the tomato plants and right between the two. So that should help there. I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 hills there. And then I'm going to swing you around over here. And I put them in between the okra that's already here. So got 1, 2, 3, 4 there. So 9 hills of new okra. So we should know in about 12 to 14 days whether they sprout or not. It was good seed. So we'll let me just take you along. I want to show you, just give you an overview of the garden again, just to look around. After the rainstorm, it really seemed like it jumped over yesterday. Alright, so here's 2 eggplants that I transplanted into the ground down here towards the back of the garden. And yes, they do have some fruit on them already. They flowered, and so when I transplanted them, I just left that on there. I should go ahead and get that off so they'll bush up. When I was making the video yesterday, I didn't know that, or actually look at this too closely, but the stakes and the cage was pulled up a little bit, so I straightened all that up, and it looks like, you know, the cucumbers are ready to climb and they are blooming. Now these girls through here, and I don't know if they're girls or boys, but anyway, for all intents and purposes, these cucumbers are also all blooming and got their tentacles ready to climb up something. So again, I've got to get the trellises out here. Corn stayed up with the bamboo and the tomato stakes that I rigged up there, so that gave them enough support so that the windstorm did not blow it down. Now it blew everything else off the porch, so I feel lucky that they survived. And over here, this squash is blooming. It's got all those different blooms in there, so I can't wait to see exactly what the fruit is going to be. This little tragedy here is coming back out, so I may leave that and see what it does. It does have a few little flowers on the end there that's getting ready to flower. All these are looking good. Black-eyed peas are getting ready to run. They're looking for something to climb on, and that little cucumber there behind it is also flowering. So as you can see, these black-eyed peas are looking to make their way up. So I have my work cut out for me this evening with doing trellises, and get over here so I can show you the sweet peas are coming in pretty good. Now got to go feel the pods, make sure that they're ready. Yesterday they weren't quite ready, so I may be harvesting peas. I got about 7 off of them the first harvest of those down there. I think these are little marvels up here. Those are sugar snaps down there. So there is going to be a difference in the pods, but the sugar snaps were really good, just raw out of the garden. Even though it rained 2 days ago and the ground is still moist, I'm going to go ahead and give a little bit of shot to all these new tomato plants that I planted, just to make sure that they stay hydrated. The next 2 days, the heat index is going to be really high, so I want them to not be too stressed. And it looks like they are greening up. Oops, there's one there that I've got to lift back up and maybe put some stuff around. That's the second one that I've seen. And then the ones that I just planted 2 days ago, they're doing pretty good. Now I had put these cages over top of them, but after the windstorm, the cages kind of moved, so I've left the shade cloth off and just gonna put the cages around them again. Set this cage up around this small one here on the end. This is just going to remind me that that little booger is there and I don't step on it. Alright, so that's what it looks like this morning. The little corn's gotten probably another 6 inches taller, so that looks good. And my beans, bush beans that I have growing up back here, have not popped the ground yet. That takes probably about 7 to 10 days on those, so I just got to keep watch on those. Well, I hope you enjoyed the look around today. Thank you all for watching. Y'all be safe and love you all. Bye.